Just have to log into my Discord real fast. Testing.
I can hear you, my man. I can hear you.
Can you hear me better than before?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm just using a better laptop. All right.
Nice.
Okay, so how I like to do my political interviews is I like to actually just run through the standard political compass test with my interviewee, and just get them to answer the questions in their own words, however briefly or at whatever length they desire, and I prefer if you can give like just a short reason for your answer to the question, however you feel you see it. I'm not going to weigh in very much with my opinions. I'm going to actively refrain from doing that at all. In fact, as much as I can. But I might make conversation with you if a good moment arises. But mostly it'll just be to get a snapshot of your views on politics in this moment in time.
All right. Fair.
Cool.
Right on me.
Awesome. All right, let me just pull it up here. 1 second. Okay. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. And I'll only say this for the first question, but of course, you have the standard 4 choices: strongly agree, agree, disagree, and strongly disagree.
Oh, so no neutral. Gotcha.
Yeah, they don't do neutral.
Gotcha. So if economic globalization is inevitable should benefit humanity, yeah, strongly agree.
Okay. And did you want to give a reason or just next question?
In my mind, economic globalization is again like global trade. Like I can get a product from India and they can get a product from the United States or service or whatever. If it's inevitable, yes, it should. The money gained should go into benefiting society and the world as a whole rather than the pockets of a few large shareholders.
Gotcha. Okay. I would always support my country, whether it was right or wrong.
Strongly disagree. I'd serve crack for us in this country.
Okay. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it.
Yeah.
Would that be agree or strong agree?
That'd be a strongly agree.
Okay. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races.
Absolutely fucking not. Strongly disagree.
Okay. And just I don't want to pester you, but anytime you want to give your reasons for your answers, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to, that's totally fine too. I just wanted to remind you, okay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I'll do a slight agree.
Okay?
A slight agree.
Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified.
I would say a strong disagree. Or, no, not a strong disagree. A slight disagree.
Slight disagree. Okay.
Yes, I disagree. I mean, if a nation is doing a little bit of war crimes, depending on the nation it is, can you really actually get them? Like, and I don't like thinking about that. Like half the time, it's like, oh boy, the United States did war crimes. What's the punishment? It's like,
I got you. I got you.
Who's going to challenge the United States?
Yeah, well, that's the problem with hegemonic power. But the other problem with hegemonic power is that someone's going to have it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Someone will be the big dog.
Right.
And it's the responsibility of the people living in the big dog country that, hey, if you do this shit and we find out, prepare for a lot of internal strife.
Right.
And turmoil.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you have power and you don't wield it responsibly, bad things are gonna happen to you in the future. That's for sure.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment.
I would do a slight disagree on that. You can certainly digest information easier when it's in form of entertainment and actively look for it. Like, like Kahoot games in high school. High school kids or even some college students will play Kahoot, test their knowledge, game competitive. It's a form of entertainment. But like having your news come from Saturday night talk show hosts that are mainly comedy, I mean, that's entirely dependent on the people watching it rather than the institution as a whole.
So okay, wait, I'm so sorry. So what was your initial answer then?
It was a slight disagree.
Okay. Next page. We made it through the first page. We're making very good time. This is exciting. All right, let's see. People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality.
Yeah, 100%. Strongly agree. Just slam that button.
Okie doke. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment.
I'm going to bust up the economics in my brain.
Yeah, they like to hit you with that one from out of left field.
Yeah, I'm going with a strong disagree.
Okay. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation.
Strongly agree. Yes. Got that in my mind.
From each according to his ability, to each according to his need, is a fundamentally good idea.
From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. It is the goal rather than an idea we work with. So I'll go with a slight agree, but I treat it more as the goal rather than an idea to strive towards. Well, an idea to implement.
Gotcha. Okay. The freer the market, the freer the people.
Strong disagree.
It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product.
Yeah, it is quite horrific if you get down to it. So I'll go with a strong agree. Yeah.
Okie doke. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold.
I couldn't hear that first part. Repeat the question.
Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold.
Yeah, slightly agree.
Okay. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society.
Yeah, that's a very strong agreement for me, Doug. That's yeah, like fuck those shareholders. Oh, you invest, oh you take a risk, shut the fuck up. You know what you're doing. You're not risking shit. Eat my ass. And so the shareholders took a certain risk, and I'm supposed to give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Cool.
you know.
Okay. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade.
Protection is sometimes necessary in trade. I will slightly disagree.
Slight disagree. Gotcha. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders.
Yeah, that's how corporations work. So technically, yes, that is an agreement. If you are a corporation,
Wait, what?
that is your
No,
responsibility.
I thought for sure you would not say that.
I mean, that's the goal. That's the society we live in.
Okay.
But I mean, that's what you have to be doing. Your shareholders have to be satisfied, or else they pull out their money, and next thing you know, fucking, you're not getting.
See, it's interesting. It's interesting sniffing out the centrism in people. Okay, let's see. Only social. So that's a mild agree then.
It's a mild agree. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like it, but yes.
Right. It's a hate fact.
It's a hate fact. Yeah.
Gotcha. The rich are too highly taxed.
Absolutely fucking not. It's a strong disagree. That is beyond strong disagree. That is fucking.
Sadly, they don't have another button beyond strong disagree.
That's an H.
Moving on. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care.
No, strong disagree.
Gotcha. Can I ask you a follow-up to that question?
Go ahead.
If it was the case that everyone could have a degree of care that was, let's say, humane, would you feel differently?
If everyone was guaranteed a humane care.
Yeah, but with money, you could get better than humane care.
Like, no, not really. My goal is that everyone gets the best quality healthcare that can be provided. Like,
Gotcha.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts.
Gotcha. Okay. Good. Thank you for answering my question.
Yeah, like the only thing you'll be paying medical stuff for is purely cosmetic surgeries. Things that aren't life-threatening. But if you want to get a nose job, something like that, yeah, sure, you're paying out of your own pocket for that one.
Okay. So that's a simple strong disagree then, right?
Yeah, it's a simple strong disagree.
Cool. Awesome. And thank you for answering my follow-up. Next question. Governments should penalize businesses that mislead the public.
Yes. Strong agree, yes.
Alrighty. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies.
Yes, strongly agree.
Okay. Next page. Alrighty. Social shit now. Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal.
That's a strong disagree from me, Doug.
Gotcha. All authority should be questioned.
Strongly agree.
Wonderful. An eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth.
I'm going to have to go with a strong disagree. night for now leaves the world blind.
Gotcha. Blind and toothless, isn't that right?
Yes.
Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis.
Taxpayers should not pay for museums that can't survive commercially.
Correct.
Like on their own. I'm going to strong disagree.
Okay. School.
Obviously, the museum should still sell, some kind of merch or have a food thing and try to make some money on itself.
Oh, wait. I hear caveats, so maybe that's not strong disagree.
Well, the question was asking, should taxpayers pay for things that cannot survive on their own?
Wait, and it sounds like your answer is they should pay for them no matter what, but those places should also try to make a profit to support their own existence, right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be like a disagree rather than strong disagree?
Well, I don't think the question implies that, the taxpayer pays for everything at the museum. It says that if it cannot survive on its own, then it should not get taxpayer funding. That was the question.
All right, that's fair. I just wanted to ask. All right. Next question. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory.
That's schools should not make classroom as compulsory, right?
Yes, that's an affirmative statement. Yes.
Yeah, so schools should not. I'm going to go with a slight agree.
Okay.
With slight.
I gotcha. All people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind.
That's a strong disagree for me, Doug.
Mm-hmm. Right. Diversity is our strength, correct?
Yeah, you can go with that.
Cool. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children.
Yeah. Some form of punishment that isn't just, too cruel, obviously, but yes, sometimes a little bit of
Spank. See, the only quibble I have with that is spanking is awfully specific. Like, I believe that when I have children, and I do want children, but when I have children, I intend to, gently fight them, however forcefully they need in order to learn whatever they need to learn. But, I don't ever want to, literally spank them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I know that there's obviously better punishments and other ways to teach your child what to do and what not to do.
I mean, even just poking them in the shoulder is better than literally spanking them. You know what I'm talking about?
But my own biases arrived there.
I got you.
Poor Hispanic household.
Oh,
spanking was constant.
I'm so sorry, brother. Okay, so slight agree.
Yeah, slight agree.
Okay. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents.
Yes, absolutely, strongly agree.
Wonderful. I don't even need to ask why. Let's see. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense.
Strongly agree, yes.
Cool. Sooner we get through this interview, right? Let's see. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs.
I'm going to go with a slight disagree here.
Okay. Oh, holy shit. I just realized I never sent... Sorry about that. Let's see. People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce.
People with serious disabilities, things like that.
Yeah, they're gonna be borderline vegetables their whole life.
like the child would be like right, like almost pretty much guaranteed, like it's a genetic thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah, like when you know that it's gonna inflict a miserable existence on the child, basically. Is it still worth it for them to exist or no?
I honestly can't answer that. I just can't. I can't answer that question.
Gun to your head, is it are you do you feel more positive or more negative?
With the gun to my head, I'm still not answering that question.
Okay, let me see. I'm going to interpret that as disagree. I'm going to interpret that as you think people with serious inheritable disabilities should be allowed to reproduce. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. The most important thing for children is to learn to sorry, let me start again. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline.
Accept discipline as, take charge of your shit. Don't be a mess. Shit like that.
I think that's what discipline means. It's not very specific about what it means, but I would say
I mean that's always a problem with these tests. Like, what do you mean by this?
Yeah.
Sure, it's a vague general direction for turn someone's politics, but with the way questions are worded, sometimes it's really hard to
because it's kind of seems to me like they're implying discipline from above, from external sources. Like.
Yeah,
like doing what people people tell you.
In that case, I'll go with the slight disagree.
Yeah, okay. It's really all in the interpretation on that one, so who the fuck knows, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. There are no savage and civilized peoples. There are only different cultures.
There are no savage and civilized people. Only different cultures. Yeah, I'll go with agreeing on that one.
Cool.
Slight agree.
Gotcha. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society's support.
Able to work but refuse the opportunity. Well, if I'm going to go with able to work, as in, you have no other responsibilities that'll take up time. Let's say hospice care, or family mental things like that.
Yeah, it's the definition of able to work is doing a hell of a lot of work in this question, isn't it?
Yeah, like if you're physically able to work but choose not to, like, I mean, a college student is physically able to work but they choose not to because their parents.
Well, they're choosing not to. They're choosing not to for their own good in the long term, theoretically.
Not to work. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the slight disagree on that one.
Okay. Although I guess you could argue that school is work. I don't know.
It's certainly mental work. Oh no, I'm a college student. I'm tired after all my fucking tests and study sessions, bro.
Okay, so then I think it just is work. I mean, in my opinion, people should get paid to go to school.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a bit right now, bro. I'm still in school. Come on, bro.
Right.
Like, bro, you ever did multivariable calculus? That shit's fucking tiring.
Holy shit, but fun, but you should really get paid to do it, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, so, hold on. Then that just confuses me. If you want to stick with your slight disagree and move on, that's cool with me.
Yeah, because I don't think this test regards schoolwork as work.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know how smart the people that wrote these questions are,
They're
It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things.
That's a coping mechanism. Doesn't solve the issue. So, Yeah, I'm going with a disagree on that one. I'm going with disagree on that one.
Disagree or strong
Slight
disagree?
While keeping busy is something that helped me through my shit.
So a slight
It's obviously
disagree.
one not for everyone, and two, yes, yeah, it's just a coping mechanism. It's just to stop thinking about it, but it doesn't mean the problems are going to go away.
So
You
it
know,
help.
if you have trouble thinking.
So it is helpful, but it's not the right focus. So I'm gleaning from that a disagree instead of a strong disagree.
Yeah, slight disagree. Yeah.
Cool. All right. First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country.
Again, these questions are fucking.
I know.
Awful.
Yeah, I know.
The way these questions are worded are awful. Like
they're intentionally
sure,
they're intentionally worded in such a way that they are themselves each one a Rorschach test.
Yeah, depending on the person who's reading them.
Yeah.
Yeah. These tests are better, and these questions are better if you have to give you a reasoning behind your answer, which I've been doing so far.
Yeah.
So I would say a strong, like on a legal level, obviously they can fully integrate. They can learn the laws and things like that, be taxpayers and be a part of the great nation. But on the cultural societal level, I mean, not really. They're first generation immigrants. Depending how old they are,
they're always going to think of themselves as citizens of the place they were born, aren't they? I mean, first and foremost.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not even foremost, but always first, right?
Well, they'll always think of themselves as that, like they grew their whole life.
Yeah, like I was originally this person from this place, and that's always who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. And that's not a negative thing, it's just a thing.
Yeah, it's just a thing. Like, if my parents are first generation immigrants from El Salvador, they still see themselves as Salvadorian than American.
Yeah. But that's just who they are. It's not anything bad about anyone.
Exactly. So first generations cannot like fully integrate like red-blooded American-wise.
Right. They can't be like 10th generation American citizens because they're just not that. But they still can be Americans.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll just go with a strong disagree, I guess.
I guess it depends on what your idea of full integration is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So strong disagree?
Yeah.
Cool. What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us.
That's a strong disagree can be done.
No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding.
Strong disagree.
All right.
If it's independent content, I want that shit to be taxpayer funded.
Yeah, that's a strong argument. I will concede that's a very strong argument. You definitely have to do some mental gymnastics as a conservative to refute that.
Mm-hmm.
Our civil liberties... Oh, next page. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism.
Yes. I'll go with the strong agree on that one.
Gotcha. A significant advantage of a one-party state, China, is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress in a democratic political system.
When the despot is on your side, that is entirely true, yes.
Yeah, I mean, if we're putting aside other moral considerations, just that statement on its own is pretty fucking true, right?
Yeah, like, who doesn't want the despot on their side? Like,
yeah, who doesn't want to be king, right?
yeah, exactly. Who doesn't want to rule the world?
Right. So wait, what was that answer then?
So that would be... what was the question again?
A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress in a democratic political system.
That's going to be a strong agree.
Cool. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers, this is hard to say this with a straight face, only wrongdoers need to be worried.
Strong disagree. Strong disagree. There is a story, I forgot exactly where this happened, where this guy was completely fabricated of a crime that he didn't commit, all because they have his history, you know?
Yeah.
And things like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I think it was in Britain.
And that's
But, like,
those
the
are,
guy
oh man,
was, like, down on his luck.
that also happened in America, and they made like a whole Netflix it happened really, really badly in America to this one dude, and they made like his whole Netflix documentary about it.
Yeah, like, they have your data, and they have your schedule and things like that. They can make you a criminal if they want to.
Oh yeah, and it's terrifyingly easy too. All right, let's see. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes.
Light agree, because here's my caveat, right?
Oh shit! Hold on. Okay, here we go.
You have to be 100% certain.
Wait, but you know they won't always be 100% certain though.
Exactly. So, boom. That puts it on to a strong disagree.
Okay, thank you.
100% certain. No, if you caught this guy in 4K, like...
No, okay, that's a little bit different. That's a little bit, but still, from me, just personally, I feel like, isn't it better to make them suffer and live for as long as possible?
Oh yeah, like, you know, do a little bit of a, I want to call trolling, and make the rest of their living days absolute hell. Exactly.
But also, you have to give them as much of that torture as you can. So death penalty is totally not an option, right?
Death penalty is when you have someone you just don't want to deal with it anymore, right?
Oh my god.
Like...
See, but all right, maybe I'm a bleeding heart liberal in my heart of hearts, but I actually believe that it's possible to inflict enough pain on anyone, no matter how evil they are, that they would see the error of their ways.
Oh yeah, like, you know, the real punishment is not, you know, going to prison. It's living.
Well, the purpose. The actual I'm not going to say it is the purpose, but what the purpose of prison should and ought to be is rehabilitation, which would mean the person realizing the error of their ways.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, tragically, we don't live in that world. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yet? How about yet? We don't live in that world yet.
Yes.
Cool. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded.
I mean...
That's another one of those hate facts, right?
Yeah, it's one of those hate facts. I mean, yeah, that's an agree. But from all intents and purposes, you can analyze that in a lot of different lenses. Like, okay, obviously you have...
It's highly contextual. It's definitely highly contextual.
Yes, it's highly contextual. Like, well, obviously, yes, there's going to be someone who's managing stuff, who's administrating things like that, and you have to listen to them because their job is to make sure this thing runs effectively or whatever institution. Like, your manager at your work, even under glorious socialism, you still have to listen to your fucking manager.
Yeah, best case scenario is you have to listen to the person in charge, and the reason they're in charge is because they're the wisest person. That's literally the best case scenario.
And that's the best thing, exactly. And the people who are under them consent to them being above. I had this really weird conversation like a few months ago with my ex, where basically, anarchy, you know, the anarchist structure of society is a lot like the dom-sub dynamic of a BDSM relationship. Right? If you analyze that wholeheartedly,
yes,
how they behave and who really has the power.
Yes.
the dom is actually the one serving the sub, because what the dom is doing, sure, it's sadistic, masochistic, yada yada.
Yeah. Wait. If the sub is a real sub, that means the sub actually enjoys what the dom is doing, which means the dom is by definition serving the sub. Correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at.
And I agree with you. It's a perfect analogy for this question.
Yeah, like sure, like it's the dom leading things and starting things because that's what the sub wants. And if those things fail and the dom starts doing things the sub doesn't want,
But still, one person is
a
technically
little bit too aggressive, yada yada.
still one person is technically catering more to the needs of the other.
Than themselves, exactly. Yeah, and the sub could just leave, like just because someone's a sub doesn't mean they're all soft,
The other thing about
Yeah, exactly.
the other key difference between doms and subs is that subs are a lot more replaceable than doms.
Oh yeah, you can find 1.5 million subs with just like fucking 5 doms,
Right. Just
Oh,
look.
they probably could.
Wait. And YouTube is a perfect example of that. Look at how many famous content creators there are, and look at how many people there are subscribing to those famous content creators.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. And also, if you're going left Twitter, all of them are fucking subs, bro. All of them are. All of them just want to be treated like bitches, bro.
I know. It's but even like Vosh and Destiny and shit.
Yeah, like come on, like they're all subs, bro. They all just want to be real, bro.
I know. It's I feel bad for them. That's how I feel.
It's like, bro, come on. Oh man, I got into an argument. I have to go on this tangent, my bad. But I got into an argument with someone.
Nah, this is the primo content right here, bro.
It is the primo content. This is the high, big brain discussions here. I got into an argument with this one person on Twitter before I got banned about top discrimination, right?
Right.
So like some fucking sub or bot or whatever can talk about how they want to be choked, spanked, and fucking manhandled, right? And everyone's like, yeah, you go, queen,
Right.
Embrace your sexuality.
Slay.
I say, I just want to pick someone up because of their flashlight, I'm the bad guy here. I'm creepy. I'm the Coomer rapist creepy guy. Like, bro, come on.
Oh yeah.
Top discrimination. All right. Listen, all y'all motherfuckers.
Oh, dude, no. That's just wait, no. That's just your white privilege talking, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all.
Strong disagree.
Gotcha. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation.
Disagree.
Obviously, let's see here. It is a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. Oh, we kind of had this conversation already.
Yeah, which was, I disagree.
Wonderful. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist.
The business person and manufacturer, the artist.
False or hate fact?
Honestly, I don't know about this one because all of them play entirely different roles. I mean, sure, the artist and the writer would have no medium without the manufacturer making the paper and the businessman selling it to them. They won't be able to.
So it kind of seems like you have to put them first just because they're required for the other one, whereas the reverse is not true.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I mean, while we acknowledge that all of these professions are vitally integral to society. Yeah.
One can't exist without the other.
Right.
You can't have an artist without some.
Yeah.
We have other different art forms. You still have your body. You can develop a skill. You can dance. That's an art form.
That's true. I guess it depends what you consider to be important about society, right?
Yeah. Like, I consider what's important about society is the ability to cooperate.
I
Ability
guess
to
the question
fulfill
boils
man's
down
needs.
to something like, what's more important to you? Cheap food,
Yeah.
cheap food, or the ability to purchase songs you love?
If we get down to the utilitarian of this, it's like, well, not utilitarian, that's the wrong word, but if we get down to like the meat, then yeah, it's more important that I have food other than my favorite artist dropping a new song.
But
Uh,
both of them seem like vitally important aspects of my life nonetheless.
exactly. It's like, yeah, like if I don't have, like, of course, like, we talk shit about the, oh, I'm consuming types,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, all I do is, my only hobby is consuming media. I obviously make fun of that, but we all consume media at the end of the day. I mean,
Yeah,
it's inevitable.
it's a lot of
Some people,
hypocrisy.
yeah, like, oh, you are mad about consumers, yet you are consuming a stream. Like, come on,
Right.
bro.
Yeah,
Like,
you're begging people to consume what you're saying just by complaining.
exactly.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Okay. So I guess we could go with like mild agree.
mildly agreeing, yeah.
All right. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers.
Absolutely disagree.
Alrighty.
That's being your parents' first duty, my guy.
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat that last sentence?
That's either parents, first duty technically to make sure, the kids are taken care of,
Gotcha. So
It's not mutually exclusive.
it's not that it isn't a woman's first duty to take care of her children if she has them, but it's just unfair to signal mothers out as though it's not also true of fathers, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. All right.
Someone has to do it,
Wonderful. Okay, so that's a disagree or strong disagree?
It's a strong.
Gotcha. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries.
Repeat that question one more time.
Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with agree there. Yeah, strong agree.
Strong agree, gotcha. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity.
Strong disagree.
Gotcha. Next page. Astrology accurately explains many things.
Strong disagree. I've talked to astrology nerds. My coworkers are astrology nerds. They're insufferable, bro.
By the way, what's your sign?
I swear to God. I fucking swear to God. Whichever sign is July.
Oh, dude, my birthday is July 2nd, 1995. What's yours?
July 7th, 2000.
Damn. Holy shit, that's amazing. All right, anyway, moving on. You cannot be moral without being religious.
Cannot be moral without being religious. That's I'm gonna go with the strong disagree.
Gotcha. Charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged.
I'm gonna go with disagree. Yeah,
Oh, not strong disagree?
Oh, strong disagree. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Strong disagree. I bet.
You're good. Just making sure.
Both institutions are completely capable of, being abused by certain people. It's just one could probably give up more money than the other. Charity versus the state.
Gotcha. I accept that logic. Some people are naturally unlucky.
Some people are naturally unlucky. Yeah, I don't know with a strong agree. I'm gonna live an example of that.
Yeah, and
I just got fucked, bro.
I'm sorry.
I don't go with the strong agree, my guy. Some people just can't. Some people just can't get a break, bro.
It's easy to find examples too.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at the Holocaust. let's see here. It is important that my child's school instills religious values.
That is strong disagree.
Last page. Sex outside marriage is usually immoral.
Strong disagree.
A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption.
Strong agree.
Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population.
Well, if they're consenting adults, then yes, but we know how the porn industry functions.
So is that
then,
strong agree or agree or disagree?
That will be a slight agree.
Okay.
Because if I pull up to the hub, right, and I go to the amateur section, I know these are actual people. Well, given how the new
you can easily if you go to any porn site on the fucking internet practically, you can easily find people that shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Like, when you see like there's some professional shit, like, some amateur shit is exploitation, things like that, like they're paid to be there or things like that, or it's revenge porn that's uploaded. Obviously those need to be filtered. That's unethical to view. Right?
Gotcha.
But if it's like, some couple who gets off on the fact that are both voyeurs, not voyeurs, exhibitionists, they can get off on people watching that, record a video and upload it. Yeah, that's fucking fine. I don't give a shit,
Gotcha. All right. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state.
Yeah, that's a strong agree.
I mean, they do say consenting, so you have to assume they really are consenting.
Yeah.
No one can feel naturally homosexual.
Strongly disagree.
And last but not least, these days, openness about sex has gone too far.
You see, you may have found me in Haz's Discord server, but I am not like the rest of the people, right, who fucking immediately, turn off the sex talk because it's coon brain. Openness, okay. If the question was openness about sex has gone too far, right?
These days. These days.
In these days, I'll have to say a slight disagree to basically simplify my answer.
Okay, so you're pretty far to the slutty end of the spectrum then.
Listen. My humor is entirely dictated by dick and ball jokes. Right?
I understand. Mm-hmm. I respect that. I respect that.
So, like, talking about, sex, it's funny to me and sometimes also insightful. It's like, I know better for next time, things like that.
Right. No, I totally understand. Yep. It's definitely a highly nuanced and contextual issue. That's all I'll say. All right. I have your results here. You got economic negative 7.88 and authoritarianism negative 6.21, which puts you pretty far in the lower left quadrant, which makes you a true blue lefty. Congratulations.
Exactly. And there's not a doubt in my mind.
Well, thank you so much for having this conversation with me. It was very entertaining and enjoyable for me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
All right, you too. Take care. We'll be doing some gaming now.
Awesome.
Who's watching this stream is entertained and watching the game.
I'll have to. You'll have to throw me a link to your channel or whatever so I can sub to it. Okay.
Will do.
Awesome. Thank you. Goodbye.
All right. Take care, man.
Yep.